I thought I'd mix it up on you and go on the other side one time. So next on the list is hurricanes. Glad you joined us. The inside of each of these
waiting on word from city or state officials to see what's going on, what they can tell us.
Hey, I'm back on the other side. So hurricanes is the next on our list of natural disasters that we want to consider. The beautiful thing about hurricanes is that because they don't come up quickly, you have plenty of time and plenty of warning to get out of Dodge. And one of the things that people do is they want to stick it out as long as they can. Then there's this onslaught of people trying to funnel out the same roads, the same direction. And so a lot of people get stuck. So this is one of those situations where you need to have comfortable preparations. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But if you have your preps made, then you will feel more comfortable being able to go ahead and leave whenever it is that suits you. But more importantly, we want to make sure that you understand if you stay in your home and a hurricane is going to hit, you're going to be in deep trouble. So the better thing to do is if it's looking like it's going to hit your house, you need to leave. Listen to the authorities and get out. Okay? Now, with that said, let's assume for a moment that you stay. So you stay in your home and you need to figure out what you need to do. Obviously, you need to cover up the windows because a hurricane is going to blow straight through the windows of your house. It's not even going to slow down. Real strong, powerful winds will easily do that. The best way I found to describe this to people is you can imagine if you're going down the interstate, let's 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, whatever it is that you're going down the interstate, and you hold your hand out, that's 70 mile per hour winds, for example. If you can hang on to anything, just take something out of in your car, hang on to it out of the window, you can feel what 70 mile per hour winds are. We have the benefit of pulling our arm back in, but however, if we were to stick it out there and hold it out there, how difficult would that be to hang on to that for 10 minutes? Okay? How difficult would it be if we have sustained winds of 110, 115 miles an hour, which a hurricane oftentimes gets to? 115 mile per hour winds is going to be almost near impossible to be able to do that. So that's why if you're going to be in your home, you're caught in your home and you haven't been able to leave, you got to put something up on the windows and as best you can get to an area where you're not near doors and windows because those are the weakest possible entry points into your home. The other part of this is if you get caught outside, you need to lay as flat on the ground as you possibly can. The more body surface that you hold up against the wind, let's say the wind is rushing at me the way you're looking at me here on camera, the wind is coming this way, I have a whole lot more resistance to the wind because my body is facing that way. So I decrease the amount of body mass that is facing the wind so that it makes it more difficult for that wind to move me. So for example, if you can get in a ditch, if the winds are traveling this way, you can get in that ditch, it's likely that the winds will pass straight over you. Or something as simple as any type of structure, like a rock structure, a hill, or anything of that nature. Again, the winds are traveling this way. If you can get yourself here, then you're going to be in a much better position than you will be if you're on this side of that structure. So if you're outside, find a low-lying area like a ditch or get behind some sort of outcropping of a rock or a building or any type of shelter that you might be able to get yourself behind. And like always, make sure you have your preps. And that's that go bag mentality. If you've watched our videos, you've taken the rest of the classes, which we hope you have, if you go back to your EDC kit, you have all your preps there in your EDC kit. If you've prepped even further and you've got that 72-hour kit, which is going to be likely needed in at least something like this, at least 72 hours, then you'll have something that'll help take care of your needs for that 3 days, 4 days, and as long as you want to put into your kit. Thanks for joining us on hurricanes. We're moving on and glad you're sticking with us, and I really hope that you feel like you're learning something. If you have any questions or something, just put a question down in the bottom of the video down here, or you can send it in to us at the email listed, and we'll make sure we do everything we can to get your questions answered. As always, come on, join in, and let's learn together.